Guys, it's Inferno Duelist, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a deck profile of my Lightsworn Dragon Ruler deck. This deck is a more powerful deck. It's definitely one of the strongest versions of Lightsworns I've ever played, but its consistency rate can be really, really high, or also really, really low. So, I play for max consistency and speed. So, I'll explain some of the cards that are in there. To start with, we play 3 of the big boss, obviously. Judgment Dragon. Probably, in my opinion, strongest card in the game, strongest singular card. Once you have it on the field, your opponent has to go out of their way to stop it, or you've probably got game that turn. And since you play Eclipse Wyvern and it gets into the graveyard, you can banish these to search them. And a lot of the times, your opponent will know you have Judgment Dragons coming, so they'll make plays against it. But still, knowing that your opponent knowing you're going to have a Judgment Dragon next turn, even if it's not playable, can put the fear of God into anyone. Next, I play 1 of each of the Dragon Rulers. Most people only play 2, maybe 3 of them. I play all 3 or all 4, I'm sorry, because as I said it, I want fastest, most consistent build as possible, and running 4 of these really helps. I also play the 3 copies of Eclipse Wyvern. When milled or destroyed or detached as material from Xyz or used for synchro, you get this effect to banish a Judgment Dragon or the next card, which I play 2 of, Nightray Diablos, which is a 7. So you can use him with the Dragon Rulers to make rank 7 plays. With that, you can search out your Judgment Dragons and then banish it for the Dragon Rulers, or for that, to make sure you get it much faster. You can also discard that with another card to make plays go even faster. I play 3 Raiden because he's probably one of the strongest cards in the deck, other than Judgment Dragon. Being able to mill 2 during your main phase and then 2 more at your end phase helps a lot. It's mostly the main phase part. It's once per turn you can mill 2 during your main phase, which is amazing to get off Wolf effects or Minerva effects, which I play 3 of. Mainly, like I said, I want to empty out my deck as fast as I can into the graveyard, so sending 1 Minerva, which I have done, could lead to another Minerva, to another Minerva, and to another monster. I've done that like 3 times. It is beautiful when you suddenly have 3 or 4 less cards in your deck. It's just great. The next one is 3 Lumina. You can ditch a Minerva from your hand to summon anything, or a Eclipse Wyvern from your hand to summon anything out of the graveyard that's Lightsworn. And then you get pluses off of that. You can if you ditch, let's say you ditch a Minerva to summon Raiden, you mill 1 for Minerva, and you can use Raiden's effect to mill 2, and then you can synchro for 7. Or you can ditch Eclipse Wyvern, banish a Blue Eyes, summon a Raiden, mill 2. Next card, I run 3 Wolf. Most people will run 2 at max. I run 3 for a reason I'll explain later. 2 Lila, because she's good but she's slow. 2 Jane, because you need to be able to beat over some things. 2 Gareth, when you can get him on the field with Raiden, it's just amazing the plays that you can get off and how fast you can run through your deck. 1 Arcus and 1 Raikou. Now, one of the reasons I run Boulders Redux is because I run 2 copies of Swift Scarecrow. It is amazing because I have had times when I could win next turn, but I die because of an FTK, which they go all out that turn. This stops those. If you have a bad hand, this stops that. And he's an Earth, so you can use his effect. You milled something you want back, ditch those 2, summon it. Get back anything you need out of your graveyard, like Wolf and others. I play, obviously, the 3 Solar Recharge that I'm allowed, and the 1 Charger Light Brigade, and also 1 Reinforcement of the Army. That is the main deck. Now, start with the extra deck. 1 Miststorm. Normally I would do Lumina effect for Lumina, Lumina effect for Minerva, and make him. Sometimes I do Raiden, another level 4, and so Scarecrow. I've done that like once. It's really weird, but I've done it. He's just really good for getting out the back row and other stuff that you fear could harm you or JD. Next to Michael. Level 7 Synchro. Pretty easy to pull off since I have 3 Minerva and 3 Raiden as tuners. Banish 1 for a cost of 1,000. Can stop face downs that can stop JD. Can stop a lot of stuff, as well as it could cause them to use their effect failure, breakthrough skill, if you can just chain bottoms or soul them before you summon your Judgment Dragon. And because sometimes you do get a Veiler on a Judgment Dragon, or other stuff, Felgrand. If you can't beat them over with the Judgment Dragon, summon this fucker. And if it's really bad, like say they stop JD's effect and they have something on the field that you can't blow up, you can't attack over, or this guy. He's amazing into the battle phase. Detach material. All attacks become original attacks, and if your opponent resolves an effect, he goes up another 1,000 and can attack again. He has literally saved me like 4 times. Didn't like the fact that I had to discard or use 2 Judgment Dragons to make it, but I like winning, so it was okay. I ran 1 copy of number 40, Gimmick Puppet Strings, kind of self-explanatory. Another 3,000 beat stick, takes 2 JD, so I don't like making it. 1 copy of Big Eye, 1 copy of Dracosack. I love the Dracosack play. Summon it, make 2 tokens, summon Judgment Dragon, blow everything up. Now you have him and a Judgment Dragon on the field. Now this is the reason why I run 3 Wolf. Just him. Only him. The only reason why. When he's summoned, which he requires 2 Beast Warriors, mill 5. That alone is amazing. It's pretty easy to get 2 Beast Warriors out when I mill through my deck really fast. So I summon him, I mill 5 immediately. And then I can summon Judgment Dragon, blow up the field, and he stays on the field. So now, rather than losing a rank 4 because of the fact that I had to blow up the field with Judgment Dragon for protections, I still have him. Next, I run 1 Tsukiyomi, 2 lights, discard 1 detach material, discard at least 1 card from my hand, my entire hand, but it has to be at least 1 card, draw 2 cards. So let's say I have 2 Minerva and an Eclipse Wyvern. Detach 1, discard 3, draw 2, mill 2 for Minerva effect, and I get Eclipse Wyvern's effect. I pretty much just used a solar recharge. 1 Deldros. Everyone's worst fear for a Lightsworn deck to pull off a Deldros. Suddenly you can't bottomless soul them my Judgment Dragons, and you're just sitting there like, well, shit. Again, because I don't like losing off monsters. 1 Maestroke because of its detach effect to save itself from Judgment Dragon's effect. 1 Arc for the same reason. 1 Queen Dragoon Djinn. She can call out the Dragon Rollers that you can't afford to banish for. Or she can even call back a useless Judgment Dragon. Actually, no, I don't think she can. Let me see. Yeah, she can't call back the Judgment Dragon. She's actually a new tech I decided to put in my deck like 5 minutes ago, so... And then the 1 Leviair, which can be made with Minerva, Lila... Or, sorry, not Lila, Lumina. Usually I'll have Lumina on the field and a Raiden on the field. I'll ditch an Eclipse Wyvern, summon either another Lumina or Minerva, get Eclipse Wyvern's effect, summon the other one, overlay for this, use Raiden's effect, mill 2, obviously. Then I'll banish the Eclipse Wyvern, summon it. So now I've got him, Eclipse Wyvern on the field, Judgment Dragon in hand, and a Raiden on the field. And then I use the Raiden and him, Dixie's for this, discard my hand after summoning the Judgment Dragon, of course, assuming that I can. Draw 2 cards, and then I get more plays off of that with Dragon Rollers and stuff like that. Helps you run through the deck really fast. So that's my deck profile. I don't really have a side deck ready for it yet. This is one of the decks I'm thinking pretty hard about running at regionals. It'll be either this or my Noble Knight deck, which I'll upload a video of later. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just PM me or message me, or hell, even comment. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on this. If you think I can improve it some way, make it more consistent, maybe make it stronger in one way or another, maybe you have a side deck that you think would be really good for this, just let me know. It'd be really great. So thanks for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Thanks.